With a rich history and a devoted global fan base, Star Wars is a renowned series that never disappoints its viewers and fans. Whether you're a casual viewer or a devoted fan, you might be surprised to learn these unexpected facts about Star Wars. So, let's begin. Number 1. Yoda was almost a monkey. Before Muppeteer Frank Oz used animatronics and puppetry to create Yoda, the original goal was to recruit a simian actor. According to The Making of Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, they plan to dress up a genuine monkey in a Yoda outfit and mask. There are even photos of the monkey in training and the weirdly hideous Yoda mask prototype out in the world. Fortunately, a crew member who had previously worked on 2001, A Space Odyssey pointed out that the monkeys used in that film's opening were a tremendous headache, convincing the creators to fire their Yoda monkey. Number 2. The famous opening crawl was actually on a big bit of paper. Yes. When the film was first filmed in 1977, CGI was clearly not as advanced as it is in some of the more modern SW films, so you had to be a little creative to make computer graphics work. It turns out that the long title crawl at the beginning of the film, describing the lore ahead of the action, was actually a 6-foot-long sheet of black paper with yellow writing, and the camera was then rolled over the paper to make the text appear to move. Amazing, huh? Next up, number 3. Droid dangers. Yes, the person wearing the metallic C-3PO droid outfit is a real person. It's actor Anthony Daniels. As you can expect, it wasn't the most comfortable outfit to wear on set. In fact, Daniels couldn't sit down while wearing the contraption. If C-3PO had to sit down in a scene when filming Empire Strikes Back, Daniels would have to sit without the costume first, and production would have to design it around him. For this reason, while C-3PO is seated, you never see him below the waist. Number 4. A New Hope was the title that almost didn't make it. While we all know it now as Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, when it initially came out in 1977, it was just titled Star Wars. The only time A New Hope was added for the title was when the film was re-released in 1981. It turns out that Lucas intended to develop Star Wars as a series, but had no notion or belief that the first film would be such a box office success. The filmmaker stated to Insider in 2015 that he didn't think the film was going to be successful, and that his friend Steven Spielberg was the only one who thought it would succeed. We're glad Lucas was eventually shown to be wrong. Number 5. Wind advisory. When you think back to any Star Wars movie, you might experienced and noticed how loud the background noise is. Imagine how difficult it was for the performers to perform these moments. For instance, during a crucial moment in The Empire Strikes Back between Luke and Darth Vader, the wind machines being used for effect were so loud that Hamill himself couldn't hear a word Darth Vader was saying. The actor discusses how he handled the situation on Twitter. He tweets, "I used visual cues to know when to respond," he tweets. "It was like acting in a silent movie, except loud." Number 6. R2-D2 once spoke English and was kind of a jerk. Although we adore the cute droid, R2-D2's beeps and bloops, it appears that real conversation lines were almost used in their place. Yes, instead of furiously beeping at his counterpart C-3PO throughout the first film, words were actually pulled out of R2-D2's mouth during the post-production process, meaning those unmistakable sounds almost never made it. It's a tradition throughout the Star Wars movie, with characters like BB-8 emulating R2's famed noises, but we're glad that our favorite droids got to speak in their own language. It just wouldn't be the same. Number 7. Unscripted moments. Fans loved a scene where Luke kisses Leia on the forehead in The Last Jedi, even though it wasn't originally scripted. Yes, the kiss was spontaneous and unplanned, perfectly capturing feelings in a way that words could never have. If you're an ardent lover of Star Wars, you should definitely look at these incredible facts. Number 8. Star Wars almost never happened because George Lucas seriously struggled to get the film made. In 1973, director George Lucas found success with his film American Graffiti, which brought in $140 million at the box office, despite having a small $777,000 budget. This inspired the film studio United Artists to ask Lucas if he was interested in making anything else. He presented a 14-page screenplay and an explanation of his concept for a space opera that's a bit like a western, a bit like James Bond, but United Artists rejected it. They weren't the only ones. Disney and Universal also rejected Lucas. It wasn't until Lucas presented the concept to 20th Century Fox, who believed in his ability to make the movie a hit. And here we are, 45 years, 12 movies, and around $10 billion. For many years, fans have been enthralled with the beloved Star Wars franchise. From its iconic characters to its groundbreaking visual effects, Star Wars has become a cultural phenomenon. However, behind the scenes, every movie production has a memorable period. These events aren't inherently bad, but they're not always good. However, don't forget to share your thoughts in the space provided for comments below. See you in our next video.